I'm very particular about the marquees because I have the flat ones from LD Woodworks, Luis Delgado. He is my wood person. It's funny because I call him my magic wood guy.
And we're back with another episode of On Air with LA Balloons. Woo. I'm Andrew, and
I'm Karen.
And today, we've got Karla.
Yes.
Karla is the woman behind Karla's Krafty Kouture. She's a talented balloon artist known for her crafty designs and for being the cover model of the TUFTEX Color Chart at Globocon, which we do have a picture of today. Her work is a true reflection of her vibrant and infectious personality, always smiling, always fun, and always a good time. Yes. Welcome to the show, Karla.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, especially with you both. Well, we're missing one person, but it's okay. Right?
We can visit him later.
Okay.
But we are happy to have you here.
Thank you. It's an honor.
So before we get started with today's podcast, we do like to start off with a game, and no pressure, but you do have a number to beat.
Okay.
It is 14, and we want to know how many TUFTEX colors you can name in 30 seconds. So Karen is going to start a timer, and she's going to give you the 3, 2, 1, go, and you're just going to ramble off as many TUFTEX colors as you can name in 30 seconds. Got it?
Got it.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hold on. I'm struggling to do my timer. Okay. 30 seconds, and they start now.
Baby pink, pink, hot pink, pixie, chicky, cameo, white, pearl white, lace, metallic green, willow, evergreen, empowerment, green, hold on, fog, slate, blue slate, regular blue, Georgia.
That's it. On a roll.
Yeah.
You were like close to 20, right?
I lost count too.
I didn't say goldenrod. Oh my!
You know what's funny is like everyone skips the standard colors and they go straight into all the designer colors.
Yeah.
But I think you got the most.
Yeah, no,
because
you did good. Yeah.
We're gonna have to circle back on how many you actually got, but I think it was.
We'll put them on the screen somewhere, but yeah, it was like 1, 2, 3, and then I didn't have the fingers.
There was a color you said cheeky, and I was like, is that a color? And I was like, it is a color.
Yeah.
Did I say pixie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I did say all the shades of pink. Huh?
I was like, oh, you must like pinks, because I was like, you're going through the pinks first, and then I was like, I thought your favorite color was blue.
They're very popular with my customers, clients, so I've used all the shades of pink.
You killed it. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
You're setting.
I think you set the bar high.
Yes.
I did. Wow.
The new standard, Karla. So we'll call it this. Okay, so for those of you for those of our audience who don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the balloon business?
Ooh. So I've been in love with balloons since I was a child. I'll go a little bit to my childhood. I was the kind of person that had to have balloons for every event. I was that child that did cry when I wouldn't get a balloon at Magic Mountain or Disneyland because I wanted a balloon. And as I grew older, I started having the gatherings of our family, and we always had balloons glued up to the ceiling with confetti, and then we would pop them. So that was a thing always. And then as I became a mother and a wife, I got into the PTO at my daughter's school. It's
Wait, PTO or PTA?
It's called, in the private school, it's called PTO.
Oh,
Parent-teacher organization. So I climbed up the ladder, and then from being a room parent to being president, to being vice president, to being executive board, to down again and up again, I couldn't seem to retire. So I was there 17 years. So I made sure that we had balloons for every event.
Wow.
Yes.
And now you were doing the balloons at every event?
So that I had to learn how to do balloons. But it was just the regular, standard columns, spiral, the centerpieces and stuff like that. that's how I kind of grew more in the balloon industry with that community. And then I started doing candy dessert tables and cupcake tables. And then they were asking for balloons. I'm like, wait, I thought I wasn't going to do balloons. I just wanted to do dessert tables and the candy tables and the jars and the decorations and all that. So then turn around, I went that avenue. I started going to that avenue. And then from KARLAS Candy Kouture, I went to KARLAS Krafty Kouture. And that's because my daughters are all named with K's.
Okay, so now we know where KARLAS Krafty Kouture came from.
And my name gets chopped up a lot of times, but it's okay.
So you have 3 daughters?
3 daughters.
I thought there was just one. Okay.
No.
So you have 3.
And I'm a grandma.
And you're a grandma?
Yes, I'm a grandma.
Does your...
How are you a grandma and I don't have one yet?
So from my 3 daughters, I revolved in doing that. They used to be the ones who used to help me do the candy bars and the cupcake and dessert tables. They were my little helpers, And then 2017, I think I decided to change my name on Instagram, but it was still private because I had always been doing events with friends and family. And I went from KARLAS Candy Kouture to KARLAS Krafty Kouture. And then that's when I changed the name. And then 2019 or 18, I went public, meaning that I wasn't private no more. I was very scared to go public. So I was like, what's going to happen if they, I was just, you hear the stories. So you're like, but no.
I don't hear the stories. What are the stories? It's funny because when I see a private account.
I know, when they ask you to do stuff and you're like, what? Wait, it was just like, people were always fearing to you, when you're starting a business. But when you're doing it for your friends and family, everything's fine and dandy because it's free.
You're doing it for free the whole time.
Yes, and for volunteer and all that stuff. But then I started doing that, and I was like on Facebook. So on Facebook, you could find KARLAS Candy Kouture.
Do you still do candy?
No.
No, okay.
No. I ran out the jars and the dessert table, the dessert stands, but I do not fill them up or do anything of that. No.
Okay.
So then from there, I just, I met a friend and became friends with her. And she kind of pushed me more and more to do balloons. And I'm always going to be thankful to her. That's Leslie Hicks.
Oh! Majestic Party Rentals.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that. Hey, Leslie. She's great. She's like a ball of energy, too.
She's a great time.
I met her at Globocon, setting up our booth, not this past year, but 2 years ago, I guess. And yeah, she's really fun. She's great.
Yeah. So she kind of pushed me there a little bit more, and I got tips. And through the pandemic, jump forward to the pandemic, we were doing a lot of I call them underground classes.
Oh.
Yes, because she was teaching classes to help everybody grow in their business, They wanted to learn. They wanted to find something to do through the pandemic. So I will be her behind-the-scenes helper, assistant, Jennifer and I. Mendoza Creations.
Wow.
Yes.
Just learned a whole slew of things in the last 5 minutes.
Yes. So then 2020 came around and the pandemic hit, right? So I had already been doing balloons. I had already had my first backdrop. And I just this is what I really want to do, But never thought that I was going to go full force with the balloon bouquets. That's my niche. I think that's where I grew more. And I just, coming from working in the corporate America, an 8 to 5 job, always hustling to have 2 jobs, because I was at one time a single mom with 2 daughters, and then I remarried and had my 3rd child. So I was always hustling and then this was always something, party planning and event planning and wedding planning and anything that had to do with party. I wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So that's how I just grew a little bit more. And then 2020, I had just came out from radiation for my thyroid. And then we go on lockdown.
Oh my.
And then I'm so my family and friends are asking me, hey, can you do balloons? Do you have any balloons? And I'm like, yeah. So then I'm like, but I can't come in contact with anybody because I just had radiation.
On top of
The
COVID.
pandemic. So then I don't know how I didn't catch on fire. I literally would deliver balloons and spray myself with Lysol as soon as I came into the house.
Oh my God.
Yes, I literally went through bottles of Lysol just because you never, I was only.
Just in case. Yeah, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a whole routine too, but I mean, I don't know if we were spraying each other with Lysol, but
I think it went back to my aqua days because we used to do aqua hair.
The Aquanet?
And so I was like, it's the same thing, right? Lysol and Aquanet, about the same.
probably it's.
Just don't light up a lighter.
Oh man, do they still have Aquanet around? Is that still a
they
thing?
still have it.
Oh man, I remember because when I was growing up, between like 6 and I want to say 12, like it was. I don't know how many of us in the house. There was like 12 of us in the house. And there's like my grandparents, 3 of my aunts, another aunt, my uncle, and then my brother, my mom, my dad. And like we had bottles of that Aquanet all over the place, actually.
Did you have all the shades of color? The aqua, the pink.
It was just a pink. There was other
pink.
colors.
There was
didn't know
different colors,
what it
and then there
was.
was a silver one too. There was like 4
Is that
colors.
super hold? I mean,
I
the
guess
regular
so.
one was
I don't
fine.
Remember. I don't remember which one I used. Okay, that's too far away. No, just
So,
kidding.
but okay, so that's wild. You got out of treatment essentially, and like you were good, and you're excited to go back into the world, and all of a sudden the world closed down.
Yes.
But at the same time, people were
Asking for
balloons from you.
For balloons, and then they're like, "Do you have anything to decorate? Do you have anything because it's somebody's birthday?" Da, da, da. So my cousin decides to send me a picture of this balloon bouquet, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm always willing to take challenge." So I'm like, "Oh, I'll try to do it." Yes, most definitely. So I scavenged between all the distributors to try to get the balloons. And that was the hardest part. Trying to scavenge for everybody because, lacking the inventory that not everybody was getting it.
Yeah.
And then you guys, like, I have OCD. So I used to love coming into you guys because everything was so organized. And then you guys didn't let nobody come in. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I have to touch stuff. I have to see the color. And then but from there it just grew. And then I did my first bouquet that I'm going to post this week because I just think it's something that I need to post. So I'm going to post the bouquet, and I posted it. And then from there on, it just kept growing from 3 feet to 4 feet to 5 feet to 6 feet to I think the highest one I've done is 7 feet.
Oh, wow.
So these when you say bouquet, because
Balloon bouquets.
I was looking at your Instagram, and you're talking about the air-filled, and it's kind of like I feel like other people have called them, I've heard them called or referred to as mosaics.
Mosaics, marquise.
Marquise. Okay.
Everything.
So that's what we're talking about when we say
Yes.
balloon bouquets. So you learned that during 2020,
Yes.
and that's now your niche?
Yes.
Interesting. So what do those kind of go for price-wise? What's the range from the small to the bigger ones?
Ironically, because I started through the pandemic, so I started at $25.
No way.
Yes, I started $25. So
I would have bought 10 of them.
I'm not sharing this with you. So Mother's Day, that was like the hit for me. Mother's Day, I was like, everybody's like, do you have anything? Do you have the flower market was closed? Party City was closed. Everything was closed, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then I said, okay, I'm going to do the Mother's Day bouquets. They were $25. I sold. I didn't sleep from Thursday all the way to Sunday. I didn't even celebrate Mother's Day. But I was okay with it. Just the fact, the joy that people will come and pick up for the, 5 of them, 2 of them, 4 of them, because they needed to give them out to, and that was it. That just put, how can I tell you, a seed in me and say, this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I'm staying on this. So that's how it started. That was like production level was the maximum.
Was it just you creating
Just
everything?
me.
That's a lot of work because, you're.
Yeah, so I had the whole living room. Everything was piled everywhere. It was just incredible. All you saw was balloons. I literally
Were people picking up or were you delivering?
picking up.
Okay,
I deliver a few. My daughters helped me deliver a few, and my husband. But otherwise, everything else was curbside pickup. Like they were coming like every 5 minutes. Okay, here we're here to pick up this one. We're here to pick up so many of them. And
just the numbers though, just the supplies, like having like something that says 16, like by itself, that's $8 to $10, right? Even if it's with air.
And they sold. And I was like grateful and thankful for that. I was like, ooh. So that's when my husband jumped in. He goes, well, I guess you have something going on here. So and then he goes, okay, I'll help you. And he jumped in because he was working, but because of the pandemic, he was not working anymore, right? He got laid off. So he jumped in on the party rentals because I couldn't do party rentals and balloons. So he took over the party rentals and I just stayed with the balloons.
So fast forward 2024, these balloon bouquets don't cost $25 anymore.
No, they don't. They don't.
Okay.
They don't. Sadly to say, but there's no more $25. They range between. Actually, I posted a sale yesterday. They range between $185 to $300.
Okay.
And they're air-filled balloon bouquets. They're customized to the theme. They do have an additional 3 helium balloons that I always add to it. It's just something I like to add to it. At first, I was adding the confetti, the clear balloons with the confetti and the little balloons inside. So they could just add some pop to it when they would, take the picture. And that was a hit for a long time, since I started 2020 to 2023. I think that was a thing. Yeah. Then I incorporated the 3 helium jumbo 17 inches. And I think that just gave it a little bit of a pop thing.
Yeah.
And they're self-standing. So there's no columns, there's no stands on them. They're just air-filled.
Wow. I've seen the work that you do. And I think like there's a lot of detail that goes into those types of arrangements. And the fact that they're very just personalized to whoever's ordering it. Yeah. They're really cool. And I didn't know that it was completely just air-filled. So
that's air-filled. And the fact that when I would deliver them and that was just like, putting it together and then suddenly I'll be like, oh, is it going to fit in the car? I literally would take a step back, So I was like, oh my goodness, like, okay, but I'll make it fit. So then I started, it just started growing from there and one after the other. Yeah. And I think mostly my page is full of bouquets. I kind of like haven't posted a few for a while because I've been busy with other stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's mostly bouquets. Yeah. I love doing garlands. I love doing setups. I love doing all that. But the face, that moment when you deliver that bouquet to that child or to that parent or to anybody and you just see the grace in their face and the happiness is like, oh, satisfying. I'm okay. Aww. But in the process, let me tell you, I burned myself with the hot glue gun. I did all that. One day I fell asleep and I didn't realize I had a latex piece glued to my neck. Because I guess I popped and I didn't realize it. So then I went to bed and then when I woke up and then I'm like, what is this? I guess one of the balloons popped and I didn't realize it. I waxed my lips with the U-glues.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, literally. Like, they're dangerous. They're capable of doing a lot.
A lot.
Yes.
So these... Are all of your bouquets super custom or like
super custom? Yeah.
Okay. And how involved is your customer when they say, "Hey, I want a Frozen theme"? Like, are they in there saying, "Like, I want this, I want that, I want this"?
They just like, I'm thankful in that sense of the matter because they'll just be like, I saw the Frozen one you have. Can you just change it up to this color? This is her favorite color. Add this color to it, and the personalizing of the name. And they'll tell me like it can't be too big, or it can, they kind of give me the hits, the
parameters.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be at a corner, or it's gonna be delivered to a restaurant. It's gonna be delivered to a venue. It's gonna be delivered to the room. Is it gonna fit there? The hardest part of all this was when customers wanted to pick them up from me.
Because they didn't come prepared.
They didn't come. No matter how much I would tell them. Please make sure that you bring an SUV. Make sure your car is all, clean. It doesn't have any poking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And here I was like, sometimes they will pick them up and they'll be like, I'm turning right.
I can't watch.
And I could just hear a pah. And I was like, oh. But that was the hardest part. I think that was a little challenging. But otherwise, they're very involved, like the color scheme. the themes. You know, so I do send them the choices of the foils, and then the.
Do you send mock-ups?
Yeah, not mock-ups together, but what the options are to put the bouquet together. I do send them that. You know, and the color of latex too. What options they have. You know, and not because it's my favorite brand or because I'm with them, but TUFTEX was. Wow, they did miracles for me during the 2020 with the limited colors that they had at that time because they were doing a lot of drive-bys. Remember? And we live in the Valley. Karen knows about the Valley.
You know what? I don't know as much as about the Valley. I live there now, but I've only lived there for like 3 years. So I'm not too familiar with the Valley. So you can tell us about the Valley because I don't know.
Yeah,
it gets hot.
Okay.
And then sometimes we get some wind and just blows everything away.
So and TUFTEX can stand that.
Yes.
Shout out TUFTEX. But
they're not paying me for this.
But I mean, they were made to be outside in car parking lots. So like their balloons are, you can feel how much thicker they are.
They're durable.
And like
elasticity and everything.
For 100 years, like that's who they serviced was KARLAS, and 17-inch balloons was their specialty. And it wasn't, I don't think it was until like 2018 or something, or 2017, 2018, when they started making like 5-inch and the 11-inch and like actually expanding the different colors because of Allison.
Yes, when they took over.
Who are you now friends with. Right?
Yes. Her and Mike took over the company and they just revolved it into what's now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think coming from the outside, they did a great job and just having a different perspective and what they wanted to bring in.
And you know her background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just scary.
Yeah.
A funeral director. Business. Yes.
Yeah. We asked her about it when we interviewed her
at Globocon.
It's just, it's curious. Like, I'm really curious to know, like how, and it's funny because like she's a funeral director. My dad actually works at a cemetery.
Really?
And so like I hear stories from him, but I don't know how people do it. Like it's just my dad works at a cemetery and I work with balloons, so it's like completely opposite.
Yes.
But it's just funny how she went from funeral director to the world of balloons now. So.
And I had the pleasure of she showed me where she worked when I went to Ohio 2022 because I got to go to the factory.
Oh.
Yes, I got a tour. It was then I got to see where she worked. And I was like, yeah, it makes you think like, really? Funeral balloons?
You said she misses it sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you miss of it? Like you're curious to know, but I'm like, no. Let's just talk about balloons better.
Yeah. That's funny.
I feel like you fall into balloons somehow, some way. Like people who come into balloons, like you kind of just... You fall into it.
Yeah.
Like everyone has a different story.
But you have to love it too. You have to love working with them and you have to love because I think balloons are like flowers. We're like florists, but we're in the latex world. And by the way, I'm allergic to latex too.
What? How are you?
Karla.
Do you have to wear gloves? No, I know one other person who's allergic to latex and they do balloons. And it's still mind-boggling.
I just have to do the... breathing treatment before I start blowing up balloons because I'm asthmatic and I'm allergic.
So you have to.
It just but it's it's something that I just like. I love doing the balloons, so I could live with it. I know people that are allergic to it and they like break out in hives or stuff like that.
Too much.
And with me, it's just like it goes through my throat. It's just like
I will risk my life for these
for the balloons.
Yes,
okay, so you definitely, absolutely. Have to love doing it,
Yes, you have to love doing it. Again, but if you're gonna do it just for the business and try to get paid, that's just a whole different ball game for it,
Is balloons your like full-time thing now? Or?
It was up to last year.
Oh.
It got me through the pandemic.
Okay.
And thankfully I was able to survive through the pandemic and I provided for the family and I'm grateful for that. Last year I went back to the workforce.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm working at a 7 to 3:30 job.
Okay.
Sometimes I go in earlier because I can't, but I work a job and then on the weekends And on the weekdays when I have orders, I do balloons.
Still do balloons.
Yeah.
You also you said you do rentals, right?
Yes.
Rentals for like
the backdrops.
The backdrops, like the wood backdrops?
Yes.
Is that under Karla's Krafty Couture?
Yes, now it is.
It is? Okay.
Now, yeah, because my husband went to work. So now I'm the one dealing with everything now.
Everything. Wow.
So yeah, everything's on my end now.
And everything's at home? Or do you have a...
I went from 3 storages to 1 storage, finally. So I don't have to go into so many places.
Yeah.
So I trust in that 2025 has something bigger for us in that sense. But yeah, it's a bigger storage and everything's there. So I do have the marquees. I'm very particular about the marquees because I have the flat ones from LD Woodworks, Luis Delgado. He is my wood person. It's funny because I call him my magic wood guy. He's gonna see this. Him and his wife are gonna be like, it went public. At Globocon, I called him and there was people staring at us. And his wife is like, it's okay. I'm friends with her, so she can call him like that.
I don't know how to react to this.
Yeah, he's my magic wood guy.
Clarify, magic wood guy. Okay. So
he could do anything. And even at the last minute, sometimes I have last minute requests and he comes through. So yes.
That, if you just say that without any context of what it is, like...
I think he needs to actually rename his business to this.
Right?
I think that's what's going to make him blow up.
It's like Fabian, Leslie's husband. I was the one that baptized him Mr. Majestic.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why he's called Mr. Majestic.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Mr. Majestic. That's you need to nickname everybody.
So I have the backdrops, the marquees, and then I provide balloons. And also I rent out to other event decor.
Oh.
Other companies, they'll come and pick up from me if the stuff is available. Yeah. Yeah. But I could say that I was the first one to have the rustic numbers in the Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was the first one to have the 3D rustic numbers in the Valley. Because I was going that avenue.
Yeah.
I love the rustic look. So I was going that avenue, but then they kept asking for the other ones. So yeah.
Is there something that you offer, that you make, that you don't love making? It sounds like you love balloons in general and you love doing the bouquets. And I know you do the backdrops and you have the rentals too, but like garlands, walls, columns, classic, organic. Which one of those is not your favorite to do?
It's very popular in the graduation season, but I do not see any creativity in it. Spiral, columns, and garlands.
Okay.
I just like, oh.
You're going to spark a debate. So
Yes.
classic versus organic. Okay.
Yes, anything organic, anything that's out of the box. Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. It's exciting.
Love the challenge. Yes.
But the classic spiral columns and arches, you'll do it, but you don't love doing it.
Yes. I do it, and I love the matching of the colors because now there's so much transcending colors, that's one thing I like about the colors.
Yeah.
But otherwise, just the design. It's like, can we change it up?
Can we add something to it?
Can we add something to it? That's something.
You want to make it a project.
Yeah.
You want to make it something.
Yes. As having OCD about colors, yeah, it's okay. I like that. But it's something, that needs to be resolved. But that's graduation season. So that's something that they all ask for.
Are you the type that suggests hey, maybe let's do this or let's do that? Or if they just ask you for what it is, you're still like, okay,
I used to put my opinion before. I used to, yeah, and some customers I do.
Okay.
I'm very honest in that sense of the matter, and that's why I have a lot of returning customers. If a customer tells me I'm going to have a setup and the party's only for 2 hours, and, I really rethink what I'm going to offer that customer. Because as anything, it's a 2-hour setup. You only have half an hour to an hour to do the setup, and it gets tear down.
Yeah.
So just I'm very considerate about that. Because I'm a mom and I'm a grandma, and I take that in consideration, the setup, the balloons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. I do give my opinion at times, and sometimes it's taken. So I'm glad with that sense of the matter.
You are the youngest looking grandma. I don't understand how you're a grandma. Like, you said that twice now, and I'm like, you're not a grandma.
She's 3 years old. She literally has me wrapped around her little finger.
Oh.
I didn't want to be called, by the way, on a personal level, I didn't want to be called grandma. I wanted to be called Gammy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And then my daughter and my son are, no, you cannot be called Gammy. That sounds like gummy bear. I was like, but it's Gammy. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's Grandma E.
Yes. Hello, I'm 52. I want to be called Gammy. Not Nana, because there's already a Nana in our house. My mom. So I was like, no. So now I'm stuck with Grandma, and it's Grandma. It is. It is what it is.
Grandma Karla.
Grandma Karla.
So, like, I know we mentioned the graduation season. Balloons can be kind of seasonal. Like, there's kind of peaks and slower times.
Yes, there is.
How do you navigate that, having your own business? So, like, what are you doing in the slower times? What are those slower times for you?
The slower times are, for me, is like, I would say on graduation, well, when it's slow time for me, then the bouquets come in.
Okay.
Yeah, people.
Because birthdays are all the time.
Yeah, birthdays are all the time. I also do Krispy Kreme.
What do you mean?
My gosh. I saw her set up the other day at Krispy Kreme.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I went and I was like, funny enough, like you had texted me that day. I think you weren't going to make it or something on time, right? And then it was that day or the day after I stopped at Krispy Kreme, not knowing like that she was doing the setup. And I was like, oh, there's balloons. And I'm like, I was like, I wonder who this is. Like usually they have like a sign or something. So I'm like looking and I was like, it's Karla. Like you see her little sign and it's on there. And I texted her and I said, look, I'm here. And like, I saw your balloons and I was like, oh my God.
We need to find this picture.
I have pictures. So I'll insert
That's one of my corporate accounts.
Ah.
And actually, we'll say that was one of my first accounts. I was like, wow. Yeah. So I started it. I got contacted by them through the pandemic.
Interesting. Oh, and you've had them this long.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. We'll be doing their Christmas. So we do their special holidays.
Yeah.
So is it the one location or is it a couple locations?
No, just the one location.
Okay.
The Burbank location. Yeah.
And is it like every couple weeks, every couple months? Like how is
it? Like Christmas, mostly, if you start beginning of the year, it's Valentine's, right? Valentine's, Easter.
Major holidays.
Yeah, major holidays. Yeah.
But that one was the
Halloween.
Ghostbuster. Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, it's depending on the campaign that they have. That's the theme that I try to do the setup. Yeah.
So you said that's one of your corporate accounts.
Yes.
What other ones do you have?
I have small ones, but I mean, that's the big one because it just gets exposure. And the biggest thing I like about that one is that they just gave me the theme and I just run with it. All the other ones like, we have to have this, we have to have that. So that's why,
Yeah.
Did they give you a budget or how does that part work?
At first they were, and now it's just.
You do what you want and you send them an invoice.
Yes. Plus, I get the bonuses, donuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So do you have donut perks?
I think I probably I'm gonna double check with them, but I do think I have a lifetime donut membership.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
that
donuts
can definitely come in handy.
So next time I'll bring donuts for you guys.
Do you guys ever go to I think if you go to Krispy Kreme, I usually only go for like one donut. But then sometimes they give you a donut while you're in line.
Yes.
So then
They do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you're walking through and they have like their display. But as you're waiting,
fresh donuts.
Yeah, they give you a donut, and then I'm like, this is all I came for. So, but I still end up buying like a box or another donut because I don't know. I just think that's cool that they still give you the donut while you're waiting there. So
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have a question, but I'm going to change your question. Your question is, what is your favorite Krispy Kreme donut? I don't want to ask, because I don't want to ask you what's your favorite donut if it's a different brand.
No,
because
actually Krispy Kreme
is number one. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it's the regular glazed one. I could probably eat a whole box of it.
What's your favorite donut?
I like just glazed donuts.
The glazed.
And is Krispy Kreme your donut?
Krispy Kreme, it has good ones. I'm not like huge on like donut
Yeah.
spots. But in terms of like a glazed one, like I think they never miss. Like
I
it's
know.
really good.
I think it's because of the size.
Because it's small?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, see, I think it's too small.
Oh.
And it's like pure
Because
sugar
you're a
for
man.
me.
That's
I if you don't know, I love chocolate.
Okay.
But like I've tried, and I'm from the East Coast,
Yes.
and I've tried a lot of the donuts in California, and they all look amazing. They're always decorated.
Okay.
They're all different, and some are thicker, some are bigger. But I think Dunkin' Donuts, the chocolate frosted donut,
Really?
is like absolute. It's like the perfect size and consistency, but I have to have two. And like I can't walk through them all and like not just
get a
walk in
donut.
line and like grab two. But they don't give me one for free for waiting in line.
Well, then you need to stop at Krispy Kreme's and Burbank.
I might have to change.
Yes. Because they're always giving out donuts.
Yeah.
So
That would get me to go to Krispy Kreme, to be honest. I haven't had one in a long.
You're gonna miss out on Andrew's sales because he wants a free donut.
Well, you know, every time we had to, sometimes we drop off boxes at the end of the day. And if I ever have to do it and go to UPS around the corner, there's a Dunkin' Donuts, like, 3 stores down. So if I drop off boxes at UPS, I'm also picking up 2 donuts.
Getting a donut.
Okay, well, I will share with you. The only thing I eat at Dunkin' Donuts is the avocado toast.
Oh.
They have avocado toast?
Yeah.
They have sandwiches too. They got bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah.
Bagels.
Yeah, I don't ever really go
I'm
there.
very
but
particular about things. And
yeah.
so that's one of the things I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Andrew runs on Dunkin'.
Karla runs on Krispy Kreme.
Nothing against- nothing
It has to
against-
do with the K.
Yeah,
I guess.
actually, yeah.
So,
That
like-
makes so much sense. It's very on brand for Karla's Crafty Couture.
Oh, it's so funny because at Globocon, one of the ladies noticed my shoes and I wear Keds. And she goes, your name is Karla, everything's with the K's, and your shoes have a K too. And I'm like, yeah.
Yes. Everything. Details. It's all about the details.
Yeah, it's all about the details.
That's
But yeah.
funny.
Going back to the other, the question about the downtime and all that stuff. I have the schools. I do have certain schools in the valley that I do their balloons for. And I've been doing it since the pandemic. So we're going on it's going to be 5 years if I do next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Whoa.
If you could collaborate with any decorator or another brand that you haven't already, because we know that you're on brand with Krispy Kreme, but any brand that you could possibly work with or any other decorator that maybe is an inspiration or that, you just look up to them.
Inspiration, I think from afar, she contacted me and I was just like speechless. It's a wife of the party.
Oh.
She's here.
Her.
She's local, right?
Yes. So I was like, when she contacted me during the pandemic for a balloon bouquet for one of her friends.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I did that one. If you go into the Instagram, it's the cigar one.
Oh, I'm gonna.
They have a venue now too, right?
Yeah, they have. Yeah. So, I look up to and I would like to do a collab with. It's with her.
Wife of the party.
The wife
But
of the
you've
party.
already made contact. You haven't done it yet? No. All right, we're going to tag them in this video.
You can say that from all of the other stuff, I'm shy in that department. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. And then to do something for another brand.
Like a big brand, like our...
Like any company,
any company,
Nike or...
So like no budget, they say, hey, we want you to... I don't want to say... Nike, the Rams, the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I would say the Rams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm a Rams fan.
Yeah. I'm a USC and Ram fan.
Okay.
USC I can because my friend has it already.
Okay.
Hold on. Can we circle back to this USC thing? Because I think USC fans love USC. Did you go to USC?
No, I didn't.
Do you know anyone who went to USC?
My brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law went to USC. Why are you a USC fan?
Since I was a kid.
So like in your family?
Interesting.
Like
Yeah, it's just, and then I implore that on my daughters and just like the color. I don't know. It's just in the campus. I had friends that went there. So it's just like,
You like?
Yeah.
Are you a USC fan?
I'm not like USC versus like UCLA. Like I don't have a preference. I'm not like big on
Really?
that. Yeah. It's football. I don't
keep up. I don't keep up
football?
with college or professional football so
Yeah.
much. I know of the teams and I watch football in general, just highlights. But it's funny being here and I'm like, people who are USC fans, a lot of times are like, "Oh, did you go there?" Or do you know someone who went?
I didn't.
But people like love.
They're like hardcore. Like
They will not miss.
Yeah.
The closest, how can I say, the first time that I was close to something very close to USC is when I did a wedding at Hummingbird. It's my cousin. Her husband works for USC, so they had the USC band. I was like, oh,
That's so funny.
Yes.
We have a friend, me and my wife, and they're a couple, and they cannot miss a game. Whether they're watching it live at the stadium or on TV, there is no other event that will be more important during football season than watching that game.
Now that you made me think about it, you know, it's funny because my daughters went to Bishop Alamany High School in San Fernando, Mission Hills. And the reason why I was intrigued about that school, one, because I chose to fail the entry test when I was a teenager, and I didn't want to go to private school. My mom took, yes. And two, the
purposely
colors.
failed.
So when I was buying their uniform, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so awesome. Like,
You picked it based on the colors?
Yes, and then the Converse and everything. It was like, so it was just based on the colors. So it's crazy. But
That's amazing.
Yes, because the colors are, because it was like, well, what about Notre Dame? And
No, navy and gold. That doesn't go together.
Those colors are not nothing. With all due respect, but but Alameda had the same colors as USC. So that was
That's so funny.
Wow. And then thankfully, when the girls were in school, always the tours to college were at USC. Or if you went to any kind of theater show, it was always at USC. So that was been drawn by USC. But their campus
I want to understand how they did this because they have fans all over.
Yeah.
And it's not just because you went there or you have family or friends who went there. It's like literally anybody and everyone. They just love it.
So if I would have gone to college, I would have applied to USC. Yes. I would have just loved to have the experience.
Have you ever created something with those colors?
Yes.
And if you have, because this is a question that we get asked a lot, is what is the closest color, I guess, that you would say like...
Oh, yeah. Which colors do you use for USC colors?
Actually, I think you already heard. It's the marigold and the sangria.
What's marigold?
Samba.
The goldenrod?
Goldenrod and sangria.
And samba or sangria. If you don't have samba, you have sangria.
Ah.
So yes, those will be the colors.
Both TUFTEX colors. Those are good colors.
But if you want it, you know, I'll give out a little bit tip. But they asked me that they want it to be shimmery. So like, well, how can I make it shimmery? You know, and it's gonna be hot and da da da. So you double stuffing the metallic gold inside the goldenrod and the sangria.
Oh.
It gives it that kind of a...
For both, you would put it metallic gold. Oh, I've never put that inside there.
There you go. There's a quick tip.
I was doing
That's a good quick tip.
Yes. So
that's
can you make that video for us?
I'll be glad to.
Quick tip from Karla.
Yeah.
And
then you do the spray, and then wow. But that's how I changed it up a little bit, you know, because sometimes they will ask for it to be, you know.
Have you ever taken classes? I know you were at the TUFTEX experience, right? But when you started, where were you kind of learning everything? And
I would say hands-on, trial, and then also Leslie should kind of give us tips right there. So you know, there was.
You had your own personal tutor.
Yeah, I had my own personal tutor. Yeah, so. You know,
did you start off with like when you were originally doing like the classic spirals and arches for the schools?
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
But YouTube, was that a YouTube thing?
Yes, no. That I must say yes. Somebody taught me. Mr. Duncan from Mary Immaculate School. He was a parishioner at the church. His daughter and him were doing balloons, and they would just do the regular spiral and all that. So, and they were certified back then, or somehow they went to balloon school. So I was like, what? Balloon school? So they kind of, you know.
I like the sound of that, balloon school.
So I gave them their service hours. And I got trained to do the spirals, you know. And that's when I learned that they all have to be the same size.
So do you have one of the sizing machines or do you use the box?
I use the box.
Okay.
I can't do the machine.
You can't do the machine? I can't do the box.
Really?
I don't know how you use the box. Mm-mm.
Really?
I don't think I have the patience for it. I think it's also why I prefer organic, is because they don't have to be the same size and I can just...
Well, so I did learn from somebody back in 2002. I would say 2002.
Oh, okay.
She will be the one giving me my tips. To do the stuff for the school.
Good times, 2002.
Yes. And she taught me before because we had an event, a fashion show, and we wanted balloons, but she taught me prior to that. But then I took it on in 2000, I'll say.
You had a very gradual, move into the balloon world.
Yeah, I look back and I'm like...
I feel like a lot of people, they were doing this, they were introduced, and then they jumped into this.
Yeah.
But, you were...
Gradually.
Over time.
Yeah. So gradually, that's where I... Yeah. And then classes now, TUFTEC experience, I didn't take a class.
Okay.
Oh.
I was...
part of the TUFTEX
I was
team.
part of the TUFTEC team. So I didn't get to take a class. I was behind the scenes helping instructors, And then at Globocon, twice this year and the previous, I didn't attend the class. I was just at the booth.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So I didn't get to...
I always assumed that you were going to the classes, but you were more of a representative or a brand ambassador.
Yes.
But, okay, next TUFTEX experience.
Yeah.
Are you taking a class there or?
No, I'll be a lead. So I'll be behind. Yeah, I'll be team TUFTEX.
Team TUFTEX, okay.
Yes,
and you're going to be a lead. So are you allowed to share what any of your responsibilities or projects are?
Not yet. They haven't given us the, being a color crew and a lead. I don't know what's going to take in.
What is the color crew?
So I guess I'm going to justify it or define it as we are their ambassadors for the brand. I think that's be a best way of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, because TUFTEX is about color.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you were selected for that.
Because, we'll definitely get the PR package. And we'll get the news on all the other stuff.
I'm sure it'll be a fun PR package. They come out with so many cool, cute things. So
yes.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Did you apply for the TUFTEX color crew?
No, I didn't. I'm going to share something with you. So at Globocon, Miss Allison brings me a T-shirt. She brings me a few T-shirts, right? I had already I received the package what I was going to wear for Globocon. This year was kind of different because Meg is usually the one that decides what we have to wear every day. So this time Meg wasn't there because, she's in Canada, right? Yeah. So then I was like, okay, so we're kind of coordinating. But she gave me a few T-shirts. They didn't think nothing of it because, it was Globocon. It was so exciting and just the rush and everything. Then after Globocon, I'm looking at the shirt and it says, color crew. And then I get the email.
Oh.
And I'm like, this whole time I didn't apply. There was no.
Yeah.
You were selected.
I was selected. Yeah. She said they kind of did a selection and they selected certain of us.
I'm sure they did their own research and figured out.
Research, yes.
Yeah.
So,
well, congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
It's a big deal. I haven't even been able to post it. I did post it on my story, but not on my wall.
Yeah.
It's just exciting to know that. From being their WhatsApp Mercado Latino translator for the Spanish community to now, the Globocon picture of me.
Yeah.
Can we put that up on the screen again?
What is...
I love that little picture.
She's on the cover now. What is the WhatsApp Mercado Latino?
When they started taking on the balloon decorators, a lot of people were sending
asking
them questions about them. Yes, where can we buy it? Where can we do this? Where can what's the nearest thing? And all those questions. So it was in the process of Allison growing. She was learning the Spanish.
Yeah.
So she hired me to be the one that responding to all the WhatsApp questions.
I didn't know. Is that still a thing? Like,
I don't think so.
No? Oh, I didn't know about that.
So I would give them like, oh, if somebody would send a message in Spanish, where's the nearest distributor for TUFTEX? I would say, oh, LA Balloons in Glendale, just like that.
What, you just recently taught a TUFTEX Tuesday, right?
Yes.
What do you enjoy more, to teach, to help behind the scenes, to do the decoration? You love it all?
I like it all. I like it all. I like meeting new people.
Yeah.
I like hearing their feedback. I like engaging with people. That's what right? And just the environment and the ambiance of the balloon industry.
Yeah.
I like it.
You've grown a lot and have obviously had a lot of years to kind of have that gradual growth. What is coming in 2025, or is there anything that you can share?
Before I continue, I forgot to mention Alai from Special Creations. She was one of the persons that showed me how to do the double stuffing colors on balloons. I forgot to mention that. She was the one she's the master to that, so she kind of taught me how to do that. I'm aiming for my own space, my own warehouse where I could teach class, at the same time display, and be able to create content. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. But the Valley is just
hot.
It's hot, but yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. And then I'm looking forward to what TUFTEX is gonna have for us for this coming year.
TUFTEX experience.
Yeah.
Given what you've learned and where you are now in your business over the years, and having done it gradually, would you have jumped into it sooner? Like, had you known, like, hey, I really like doing it, and I'm really good at it, and it brings you a lot of joy and the opportunities that it was going to present? Is there anything you would have changed about how you started or got into balloons?
I think everything falls into place, time-wise. So, no, I think everything, I wouldn't have changed everything and anything of it. I just think
no
it
regrets.
is what it is. Yeah, just, go with the flow. And, I just love the way KARLAS Crafty Couture has grown and where it's taken it. And I love the growth, that it's gradually has grown and naturally, it hasn't pushed to grow. I don't have them. I'm not at the 5K followers yet, but I'm okay with it because I just want to make sure that I have true followers. Yeah. That's one thing I always say, even the people that I've taught classes to one-on-one, I always say, hey, stay true to yourself. Don't rush about this and that. Don't worry about what the other person's doing. Your biggest competition is yourself. What you did yesterday, do it better today. Yeah.
Is there a specific quote that you kind of live by or that motivates you or?
That one. No? Yeah. Just your competition is yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because I shared this at the class and I said, the sun comes out for everybody. It shines on everybody.
Yeah.
So, it's just,
there's
a taco stand at every corner.
There is.
Where now the Valley has a lot of balloon decorators everywhere. So that's something good. It's up to the client who they want to go with. But otherwise, yeah. I think I can complain or I can't wish, I would have done it faster or sooner or different. No, I think everything happens for a reason at a proper time. And the reason, mostly what I started the business with the Candy Couture and all that is because I broke my ankle in 2010 on my daughter's toy. And I couldn't work. So I had to find somewhere to hustle for my daughters. My oldest was going at FITM, then I had my middle one at school, and then I had the 2-year-old. So I had to hustle some way or the other. So the candy dessert tables and cupcakes came in to play. So I beep when I go to certain places because I have a metal plate and 14 screws.
So when you're in the airport?
Yeah. I had to tell them like I have a metal plate, I used to beep a lot at CBS. I don't know what was wrong with their little sensor thing, but That one, it was like, beep, beep, beep. I'm like, oh my goodness, please.
This one goes off all the time. Every time I walk in there.
Do you have any metal on you?
No. Well, it's never on me, but like I always have to stand like 10 feet away. I'm like, I'm not walking when you're walking. Just because I don't want to beat with somebody.
Yeah.
But every time I'm in there, I'm like, walking in or walking out, that thing goes off.
So I don't know if that would have done it differently or probably would have pushed me sooner to go, But I think everything happens for a reason and its own timing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. I love the fact how I've been growing.
Yeah.
Personally and business-wise.
Do you have any advice for aspiring entrepreneurs in or outside of the balloon business?
Don't let anybody tell you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. If you have it in you, and if it comes, how can I say, if you have a feeling that you want to do something, your intuition, your stomach, I think sometimes our gut tells us to do something, to jump on it, jump on it. Mm-hmm. And the best part is if you fail.
Stop looking at me.
But if you fail, that's the way I go to my foot. If you fail and you fall, you get back up.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you're going to learn and you're going to grow. Yes. Oh, why are we staring at Karen? What's going on? What do we know about Karen that we don't know?
What business isn't Karen doing right now?
Karen?
What cake isn't she making? Where's the cupcake, Karen?
Yes.
I had I think we've kind of brought it up in a lot of the episodes. At some point, I had started doing like the chocolate covered strawberries, the cupcakes, the baking, like all of that stuff.
You had the chocolate hearts where you could break the little thing with a hammer.
Like I did. I like to think that I'm very like creative and I like doing a lot of like stuff in that area.
And she's very good.
Thank you.
Wow.
But I do it. I do it for fun. I do it for whenever I can. But I didn't stick to it, and there's
even though she had the support of so many people.
I did, and I still do, and I'm very thankful for that. I just have not gotten around to it again. But every episode, someone says something, and I'm like listening, and I'm like, yeah, like
Karen.
And I'm just like
Karen.
Karen. I think if you have it in you, I think. It's another thing to that I share a lot. I do have a hobby besides balloons.
That's a different hobby.
What is that?
It's a different hobby. Well, I don't know if it's a combination of two, but I love to crochet.
Oh,
that's the old in me. I love to crochet hats.
Hats,
beanies, hats, blankets. I love crocheting. I just think it's so relaxing.
Interesting.
And I love to paint wooden birdhouses.
Oh,
and add the little details of planters and yes. So
can we get pictures of these?
Can I have a blanket?
And then
how much are these blankets and hats going for?
Me, but I'm going to share. I'm crazy about Christmas trees.
Really?
What does that mean? Crazy about Christmas trees?
Just a junkie on Christmas. I used to put up 7 trees in my house.
Oh my gosh, that's what I was picturing. I was like, how can you be? Yes, you had 7 trees in your house?
For Christmas, I usually put up 7 trees. Every corner has a tree with a theme.
Every corner has a tree with a theme.
You still do that now?
Not this year. I didn't get to do it, but yeah. I'm still
do they all have like different themes or do they
they all have to have Starbucks.
Okay, things you can't
cups,
do is meet Liz because she's gonna I'm gonna come home and she's gonna say Karla did it. I can't have 7 trees.
Yes, it's been a crazy thing since I can remember. Yes, having more than one Christmas tree. Yes. So I do put up I put up Christmas trees, Valentine's trees.
Oh.
Easter tree.
It's a year-round tree.
It's a year-round tree. And it's a slim tree, so don't
okay. I like the slim trees. We got one last year. Like
they're perfect. They don't take that much space.
They're like the Charlie Brown trees.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, right?
I call yes. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I could decorate it off season. My Dia de los Muertos, my Halloween tree, my fall tree.
That is wild.
Do you have pictures of all these trees?
Yes, on my personal Instagram.
Oh,
okay. We're gonna.
Maybe you can send us those pictures and we can show everybody.
I'll be glad. Yes.
Do you have a favorite tree?
Christmas.
The Christmas one.
The Christmas season. It has to do every year is a theme and a color.
Do you have a favorite theme or color combination that you've done in the past?
Green and white.
Green and white. Classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite tree?
No.
Well,
Like,
actually, I think I have I would say a second one or third one, a black. When I did a black decoration.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Black and gold, yeah. Because I love black.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from black attire. You know?
Why?
Because I
love wearing black. Actually, outside of work, I'm pretty much always wearing black.
Yeah, me too. But, you know, you get to a certain age. Are you mourning?
I wouldn't take that.
And especially because we're in the balloon industry, they expect us to have color.
Right.
Yes. So I try to stay away. I try to like bring color.
Yeah.
You know? I'm very neutral about colors. I'm a flip-flop, jeans, and t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's me.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy. If I could wear flip-flops here in California every January, I would.
You're in California. It's the one place you can kind of do it.
Yeah, you could, but...
Actually, it's funny. I used to wear flip-flops all the time. I wear flip-flops 10 times less than I ever have since I moved to California.
Really?
Like when I was on the East Coast in Baltimore, Philadelphia, Delaware, Salisbury, everywhere I moved up and down the East Coast. And I always wore flip-flops all the time.
I was going to say, even you came from Abercrombie. So you used to work for Abercrombie & Fitch. And that's like one of the, I would say, only places where you don't have to wear closed-toed shoes. Like you could walk in sandals. That there was like a uniform. And
yes.
Sandals are a part of it. So.
Oh, okay, I do have a question. The cologne.
The Fierce?
What's that smell?
Oh, that's...
I just like, as soon as you walked in, you're like...
Oh, me right now?
No, at
Abercrombie. Yeah, no, that was Fierce.
Yeah.
You had to spray that every hour or every 2 hours.
Really?
All around the store, you spray the clothes, and it would seep into the mall, and people would come in and like...
Just would draw people.
They still have it.
They do.
But they don't...
But don't spray it as much. I think because there's more people with allergies now.
I think they made it slightly brighter in there, and they changed a lot of the things.
They changed it a little bit. He was like, what happened?
I'm like, I feel like it's gotten darker. At least the one here at the Glendale Galleria. I feel like it's just gotten darker.
In comparison to 2000 and 2004 era, and like even up until 2012, like they changed a lot of it.
Yeah.
So I think for the better. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was Fierce.
Hey, I used to work at Victoria's Secrets on the holidays.
Love it.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, but it was just that spraying of all the perfumes. You would go home and you'd be like, where's my perfume?
Like you don't smell it anymore afterwards.
You don't.
You wear it for other people.
Yeah. But
That's
then
funny,
coffee, the smell, it was just dry. It's just so relaxed. I don't know why.
Yeah. I used to, when I was at Coffee Bean, my car, like I just smelled like coffee all the time. So when people would come like into my car or wherever, like it just smelled like coffee all the time.
That's a good scent though.
I didn't like smell it anymore. And then when I actually worked at Abercrombie for a little bit too.
You did too?
Yeah. And then from there, I would smell like Abercrombie and like all of that, but you just, I guess, become immune to it. So you're like,
your nose just...
Well, I forgot. We cut off and we jumped from conversation to
Christmas trees to cologne.
A little bit of everything else. But I was going to say something when I mentioned about being a balloon artist to a florist. You're about in the same industry.
Oh, yeah.
You have to give the same love and touching and all that to the balloons. And you have to love doing balloons the same way as you love doing flowers.
Yeah.
Because I think if you do it just to do it, it looks like a blob. I don't know if anybody... No,
I mean...
Or
really,
they pop.
I feel like there's a I don't know.
You have to have
to it, but you have to have that sort of touch to make it not like just look like you just threw the balloons on there,
Yes.
So,
No, you have
like,
to
and even if it looks random, a lot of times there's still an underlying pattern or formula.
Yes.
To have your style as opposed to the next person's style.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I just like, you have to like to do it. You have to like to work with your hands. I don't know what's going to happen to us in 10 years from now with our hands because we work with our hands. We do get calluses. We get cut up, know. And for certain colors kind of cut you up more than the other ones.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. It's like, oh, wow, this was a weekend I worked on. And the downside of it is that I don't get to have long nails no more. I just get to have...
I see. There are people who do it though.
I know, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I just can't work with long nails.
Yeah.
I have to. I've always had.
Short.
Now I have gel. Before it was acrylic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just gel and design.
You have to.
I have to.
I feel like that's the trend now. I feel like everybody went from like long nails to shorter nails to gel, Russian manicures.
And it's up to everybody, you know, it's choice. But I love. And I
like to keep mine just normal.
This is everybody's nails.
This is mine with design. I always have to be matching something. I guess at Globocon, and this is actually the same design, almost similar to what I had at Globocon.
Oh.
It matches the turtle design on my glasses.
Oh, yes.
It matches your bag too. I see the green with a tan.
Well, can you guess the favorite color for Karla?
Oh.
I'm like, is it green?
Is it green?
All the shades of green. It's on my logo and everything.
I think, I said green because her glasses are green.
I was going to say, I'm feeling like it's green, but then I thought you said it was blue because your favorite color for TUFTEX was blue slate and fog.
Yeah.
On the TUFTEX line, that's just like,
You know what I feel like is an underutilized color is that forest green in TUFTEX.
Yes, if any green, if I could work on that green and give it to everybody, I would.
Like every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's a nice color, but I just don't see it often in a lot of designs. Yeah,
I feel like I've seen it more. This week I was out on the floor helping pick orders, and I did have to pick a lot of that. Like it's the metallic forest green, right?
Yes, metallic forest,
and it's a really pretty color. Like I think that's the color right now because.
Oh, I guess it's Christmas time, so it makes sense.
So it's ideal for me. It goes out a lot for graduation season and holiday season. It's one of my greens.
Well, are there a lot of schools that have green in around here?
The only one that I know of around here is like Eagle Rock, but their green is more
Granada
like,
Hills has.
Oh,
green.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And I did a lot of balloon graduation decor for clients. So that was the green.
Wow.
And the metallic gold from TUFTEX.
We need to request some of these colors for people to make some decor because I think there's a few colors that like we don't see as often. When we talked to Allison, it was the sapphire. Was it the sapphire blue? Right?
Yes. Crystal sapphire blue.
That's another one.
See enough. Yeah. Yes. So
I know I saw her podcast and I'm like, what can I do with that? To make her happy. I need to make my friend happy. What can I do?
Well, when her birthday comes around, you can bring her a bouquet and it'll be blue sapphire
so that means I have to travel all the way to Ohio. A reason to go over there?
Yeah, why not? When is her birthday? I feel like
I don't know.
I remember seeing it or talking to Mike, her husband, about it. Plus or minus around.
It's coming up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprise,
we're gonna have to do some
Karla might
research.
show up in Ohio.
But wait, I will need to know where she's at. Is she going to be in Canada or is she going to be?
Oh, that's right. She is traveling.
Or she's
a
going to
lot.
be traveling because now she travels
A lot. Yeah.
I think in October she was like not home at all.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
She travels.
A lot of traveling.
Since we met and we became friends up to now, she's traveled so much.
Yeah.
I mean, TUFTEX has grown so much.
Yeah.
You know, just like, I wonder where she's at. What time?
Where in the world is Allison? That'll be the next game.
Where is Allison? You know,
that's the game to play now. Where is Allison?
Yeah, I know how. We should have a little low jack on her and track her. You know that like the little thing of Santa Claus? Where you see where he's going.
The tracker? The Santa tracker?
Claus tracker? We should have an Allison tracker.
Oh, that would be great. They should put that on the homepage for the TUFTEX balloons.
And see where she's at.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
Her and Meg.
That would be cute.
That's funny. Instead of where's Waldo, where's TUFTEX?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking about where's Carmen San Diego?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. We're getting ideas to Allison. But as you know, there's just the brand overall that just, you know.
Yeah. I think they're always doing something. I mean, especially now with them being in Canada and doing like the 260s and just everything, they're constantly growing and I don't know. There's always something happening.
Evolving.
Yeah, like they're evolving and it's fun. It's exciting to see like just seeing you guys become a part of the color crew and the TUFTEX experience. And so we'll see what TUFTEX has for everybody in 2025. So
exciting. She knows something.
Karla knows.
It's a secret.
Well, you know the effects.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so the effects are coming soon.
Yes.
She did talk about that. So they're going to have their own.
They're aiming for January, hopefully.
Well,
we'll see.
They said December.
Yes.
I know she was wanting December and Doc was saying January.
So I'm going to go by Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe January.
And this time I'm going to betray my friend and just go with I think
well, that's not betraying. You just strong word.
Well, yeah, but, because what she says is but then I'm like, I think it's going to be January. I think so.
Yeah.
It's just too much stuff going on. You know? So I think it's looking like for January.
Well, we'll see what 2025 has in store for everybody, I guess.
Yes.
But I guess to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
Where can people find you? Where can people reach out
Let's
to
plug,
you?
Karla's Krafty
plug
Kouture.
yourself.
And by the way, just FYI, generally before guests come onto the show, I like to do some research. I'll look up the Yelp, I'll look up their Facebook page, I'll look up their Instagram. I'll try to find, I couldn't find, outside of the Instagram, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff I could find. How do I find you?
Karla's Krafty Kouture at Instagram.
On Instagram?
Yes. On Instagram. I decided to stay just on Instagram just because that's the only thing. As a one person, I'm the CEO, I'm the founder, I'm the creator, I'm the receptionist. I have my own meetings. I just don't have them answer back. I have,
Yeah.
It's everything. I tried to keep it. I kind of had to go into Facebook as Karla's Krafty Kouture because I had to do that little blue check mark on Instagram.
Oh.
So I had to do that, but I don't have a website. I don't want to go there yet. Hopefully, it's in my bucket list for 2025. But as of now, it's just Instagram. You're welcome to text me and DM me, and but it's mostly Karla's _Krafty _Kouture.
All with a K.
Yeah. All with K's.
All with K's.
It's Kouture with a K, Krafty with a K.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karla with a K.
Yes. So I just try to keep it there for now, and then, we'll see what 25 holds for us.
If you don't already have a website, definitely check out Fanfare.
Yes.
I do think I'm plugging that, not just because we know her, but really, if you haven't gotten that far yet, it's definitely a solid option. They pre-build everything.
It's a good resource. Yeah, it's a good.
I kind of did my research already. And, because when you're in this business, everybody's like, oh, I could build a website for you. I could do this. I could do that. But then I hear we're having trouble with it. We're having this. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm going to wait on it till I'm ready. And then I'll go jump on it. So yes, that's the next thing on the bucket list. It's the website and then transportation and the warehouse.
I think it can all happen next year.
Yeah. So
we're
that's
what. Loop back December 2025.
Yeah. So we'll see one of the three things. I just put out 3 things out there. So I just want 3 things.
Karla will
one
have
of the 3.
I think all 3 of the 3.
Yeah.
All 3 of the 3 can happen.
Oh, no. Then let's not forget traveling.
Oh, yeah.
What's
traveling? Anywhere.
Yeah. Traveling anywhere. Yeah. I would have never thought TUFTEX balloons, so the balloon industry would take me to different cities,
places,
from Athens, Georgia to, Ohio twice. Now be there for the 3rd time, but now it'll be Columbus, Ohio, right?
Is it right?
Yes.
I think so. Right.
Columbus, Ohio.
Well,
yes. So I'm looking forward to that.
Lots of traveling in 2025.
Yes.
A warehouse, websites, and everything else that you put out there.
And my phone number. It's on the Instagram. You guys are welcome to,
Yeah.
I'm still okay. A lot of people think I have a lot of returning customers and they just feel comfortable sending me a text. Karla, are you available this day? I need a bouquet.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that
Cute.
for now.
Well, everybody can find Karla at Karlas _Krafty_Kouture.
Yeah.
All with the K's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or they can text you. And we look forward to seeing you also at the TUFTEX Experience.
Yes.
Everything else that you have coming in 2025. Do you want to share anything else? Or
just thank you for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. It was an honor for you inviting me.
Nope, you are just that. I don't know what the word is for it, but I like being around you because your vibe and you're just always smiling and you're just always optimistic and happy, and I think it's contagious.
Yeah.
And I do think you bring joy to people. I've never seen you deliver a bouquet, but I'm sure you could deliver one balloon and you would bring joy to somebody.
Yes, and that's my goal. That's what satisfies me.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep doing it.
Oh, well, thank you again for being here and for, again, like he had said, just coming on, talking. I think I got to know you a little bit more. Like, I know we talk at like the conventions and stuff like that. Thanks to you, you've introduced me to a lot of people. Because I probably would not talk to a lot of people because I'm always to myself. But you are a person that is very positive, very friendly, and we do appreciate you being here and
taking the time out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and Karen's got some giveaway announcements.
I do. This episode, we actually have 2. This one will be a little different because we actually had someone submit on our Google Doc sheet. So our shout out goes to Tanya Castillo from Blooming Balloons LLC. And this is what she wrote. She said, I've had my balloon business since COVID and it's been in business ever since. I'm in the Santa Barbara area and currently service high-end clients in Montecito. I am so grateful for LA Balloons. Couldn't do it without you. For Tanya, we are actually going to go ahead and mail her the TUFTEX portfolio. So you get a whole portfolio of all of the TUFTEX colors. So shout out to you, Tanya, and you will receive this soon. So reach out to us so that we can send this to you. And then separately from that, we do also have our giveaway. So someone will win this bag full of goodies, like always. All you have to do is, how should we do it this time? Let's
on the Instagram.
On Instagram.
Let's mix it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, but on Instagram, there are some balloons behind Karla.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And you need to tell us what colors.
We're going to post a reel.
Yes.
From Karla's episode. And then whoever comments and gets the colors that are behind Karla, you will get the bag. So that's how we will pick our winner.
These are TUFTEX balloons. That's your one clue.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So
they're the 11-inch.
Yes, they are.
They're 11-inch and it's 2 colors. So we'll see who gets it right, who has the most TUFTEX color knowledge, and they will win the prize. So that's going to be it from me, from us. Thank you once again, Karla, for being here.
You're welcome.
And
it was an honor.
See you guys
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and Pinterest. Thank you to our sponsor, TUFTEX, for supporting the podcast On Air with LA Balloons. TUFTEX is known for their high quality balloons, unique colors, and for being trendsetters in the industry.
Are you a balloon artist, own a party shop, or planning an event? If you're looking for professional products, better service, and faster shipping, then check us out at laballoons.com. We carry all of your favorite balloon brands, silk flowers, party supplies, equipment, and more.